Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Larry Duncan-Allen, and this is No More Water. Bye. Next time. You may have seen my topic. They're at it again. The MAGA farmers. They're looking for some peach pickers and apple pickers, and in the South, they're looking for some cotton pickers. They say they actually want some black people to come and do it. So, hope some of you got your overalls ready and your nice little bonnets and hats ready, cause and nice those slave dresses ready, cause that's what they want, the slaves back. But that's what they say they want. They want the black people to come and pick the crops. So are you ready? Another thing that they have is if you remember the um the leader of the regime was saying that it's not the American government anymore. The leader of the regime, he said that they're taking the blacks' jobs. What jobs of ours are they taking? Those immigrants wasn't taking our jobs. We were not there in the sun picking fruit for $2 an hour all day long, and we're not going to do it. But that's what he meant. Remember, he said he wanted to take the economy back to the late 1890s. With the tariffs and all. When black people was out there in the field, picking cotton and doing all that hard labor. So are you ready for it? They say they want you, but they're just delusional. Anyone in their right mind know black people are not gonna go back to anything like that. But that's the way they think. Their thinking is all the way off. They they thought that ending affirmative action and DEI that was gonna be mass firing of black people. But we didn't benefit from that anyway. How many people actually got a job because of affirmative action or DEI? DEI, 78% of it went to white women. Black people get only 1%. How to gauge it, I don't know, but that's what the statistic says. 1% went to black people, and even the Asians. Blacks have more businesses. Asians still got a couple of percentage more than blacks. Affirmative action, same thing. 17%. At first, they started out with black people. They included immigrants, people of color, white women, and white women got the bulk of that 17%. So now, if you lump all those people together in that 17%, who's now the minority? The white male. What is he left with? 83%. Like Lyndon Johnson said, if you can train, or you can pick their pockets and they never know it, all he was saying was just put a black face on it. If you have them, give them someone to look down on, he said they'll empty their pockets for you. And that's what happened here. And he's not satisfied with that 83%. He would get business in his wife and daughter name. Come on. How many people will actually benefit from affirmative action and DEI? I hadn't even heard of DEI until after this election. But they thought we were going to lose all our jobs and get back out there in the fields. That's just show how delusional they are. We, People can now creating jobs on the internet. They do that before getting out there in the fields. And especially these young people nowadays, you think you're gonna get them out there to pick some fruit for that little bit of money? Can't hardly get them to clean their room for nothing. Gotta make them do that. They're not getting out there in that hot sun picking that fruit for that little bit of money. mean, get them white kids out there. See, for them to think that shows what they think of black people to say that black people gonna pick their future. Like we're on the low pole, low level. We're on the boom. See, they made the Hispanics the new N word, and we're the next N words coming up. So now we'll go out there and pick it. You don't even say people to go out there. White people go pick it. Why they looking for black people to do it? That shows the level of what they think of us. Well, who cares what they think? We already know how they feel about us. We're not going out there. And if you do, you need your head examined. And I don't think there would be many. We still have jobs. So they expected white people to go back to their old racist ways and just start firing black people. But that didn't happen. Now they don't know what to do. I had a video is on TikTok about them Latinos when it's come and help them for what? They've been going through this for 5 months. We've had over 500 years. What help did we get? Oh, here lately when it comes to police brutality and yelling slogans, uh, Black Lives Matters, and whose street's our street. This is what democracy look like. They just out there having, like they just having, it's a hobby or something. And you came out there then. I mean, Hispanic, well, mostly white people, not Hispanics. You've never been there for us. In fact, you've been one of the hate groups. You've been one of the groups of people who hate us. People of color don't like us. Like I said, I lived around you Hispanics, Los Angeles for a long time. You stayed at war with black people. Just like the Hispanic, just like the black policemen out there in Los Angeles here recently were being called the N word by Latinos and they were spitting on them. And you think we're gonna come help you? We're not gonna even pick that fruit you left behind. Let it rot. Let those white farmers lose everything. 'Cause they blocked the black farmers from getting what they were supposed to get, even though they got theirs. Of the black farmers could buy their farms. Because the black farmers, I saw one today, he was saying they're not suffering. They never got anything from the government anyway. So they've been a blessing in disguise. Cause they and say that they sell mostly to the local market. They weren't getting subsidies, have enough crops shipped around the world like the white ones. So they dealt with the local markets and they're doing just fine. They almost wiped out the black farmland. After slavery, it was like 19 million acres. Now it was down some like less than 1 million acres. So we don't feel sorry for you, not one bit. I know I don't, because you hated us just as much as them. You just didn't have the power that they have. You don't have the system that they have. If you did, you'd probably be worse than them. I tell you, I lived around you in LA. The leader of the MS-13 gang was in prison. And he sent word to get all black people from out of the area. But they were afraid to go to the young black gang members. They'll find some old man sitting on the bus stop and go shoot him in the head. And you think we're gonna come help you? Not gonna hurt you, but not gonna help you either. See, you would hurt us, because you have in the past. If you sink, you sink. If you swim, you swim. Either way, I don't care. All you people of color, not just the Latinos, you cause problems for us. You never liked us. come over here and act arrogant with us. Matter of fact, the white immigrants come over here and they're very nice to us. And get this, even the African immigrants come over here and arrogant with us, wouldn't have anything to do with us. All those from down in Belize and Central America. But one thing you Africans can do, you can learn what deodorant is. Because that's one of y'all I ran into. Y'all was a bit tart, including your little babies. You bathe, but I don't know what it is about you. Well, I'll leave that alone. Don't see that many of you anyway. But look, everyone has been against the black people here in America. And we get more of a reprieve. Get this. Even the white man caused the racism problem, we get more of a reprieve from them than we do from people of color. Because you're not white don't mean you're our buddy. You haven't presented yourself that way. We like everybody. Problem is, they don't like us. Our compassion doesn't have to be legislated. People don't have to pass a Bill of Rights to make us treat people right. They didn't have to pass legislation to have us treat you equally and be fair with you. As a people, we're very good people. We do bad things individually, mostly to hurt ourselves. But as a people, black people have been the moral conscience of this nation. That's how the people of color got many of their rights through our efforts. And you weren't there to help us then. With the police dogs biting black folks, going to jail, and water holes being shot on them. You came later, like I said, with all the Black Lives Matters and just marching in the streets. But you weren't there when we was fighting for our very existence, the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You were part of the problem then. Now you want to come to us and talk about help you out? You know, the Latino black people, once they get done with you, with us, you're next. They've never gotten done with us. Where have you been? The last 500, they've been on us for the last 500 years. You just had a little over 5 months of it. Now you coming to us crying for help? Where were you when we needed help? 500 years and you had 5 months and you crying to us? Why is it we're nothing? We're nobody. We're the least. Until everyone get in trouble, who do they call on? Black people. Even many other companies. I told you about this, I think, yesterday, but I'm going to repeat it. When Fox put all those shows on television like In Living Color, Martin, they were trying to build up their station. They knew black people had a large viewing block. They used black people to get started. Now look at, they got Fox News against us and everything. And Tubi. See how those old low class, stupid movies they have on there, they know black people are going to watch it. The same people the man that own Fox own Tubi. They're trying to corner the movie market on the internet. I told you this before. When Lee Iacocca, when Chrysler went to bankruptcy, he did a commercial with Snoop Dogg, even though Snoop Dogg was a big weed head. And back then, it don't matter now, but back then, if you wasn't squeaky clean, they didn't bother with you. People weren't buying Chrysler cars because they looked like a box riding down the street. So what they did, they hired some black men to design the Chrysler 300, the Dodge Charger, the Hellcat, and most Chrysler cars are designed by black men. And that's what saved Chrysler. Ford, when they ran out of designs for the Mustang, when the new Mustang came out in 2004, around the same time those new Chrysler 300s and Chargers came out, you know who they got to design that Mustang? A black woman had been designing the Mustang. So they come to us when they need help. All the other time, we're nothing. We're criminals, we're all of that, we're nothing. But when they need help, who do they call on? They won't come directly, but they'll come indirectly because they don't want to admit it. But we've helped get a lot of people out of a lot of jams, except for ourselves. And we need to stop wasting our energy on others and concentrate it on us. The Latinos, sorry. No, I'm not sorry, really, but too bad. You're on your own, just like we've always been on our own. We get more help from white people against their own than we do from anyone else. All you want to do is come out in the neighborhood and make money. And like I said, maybe we need to have these ICE run up in these Arab stores and those Korean shops. How many people they drag up out of there? And the ladies have to get them, find them a black female nail technician. Maybe we have some service stations and grocery stores. So the other people coming in our community owning all the businesses. But look, yeah, but and we're not the criminals that they say. I quoted you crime stats last night. I'm gonna quote it again. Black people, the FBI stats. 90% of the crime in the black community is committed by less than 2% of the people between the ages of 14 and 22. Working class black people, crime is very low, almost non-existent in their neighborhood. It's not about your, you being innate because you're raised to commit crime. It's about economics. Black people with jobs don't commit crimes. Now, I'm not talking about the few that do. I'm talking about the majority that don't. And of the black people who the statistics of black people committing crimes, look at it good. It doesn't say crime. It's not really crimes. According to the FBI statistics, black people are the most arrested. And you know what else? You can pull it up, keep reading. And black people are the most exonerated. They arrest people and let black people let them go. But it goes down as an arrest, as though they committed a crime. And they said that white people are less likely to be exonerated. We got to balance that off, see, because it's just been propaganda to demoralize the people because they know that. Well, I'm just going to tell it like it is. White people need somebody to look down on in order to feel good about themselves. That's what Lyndon Johnson was saying. She's the lowest white man that he's better than the black white person, that they're better than the best black person. And you could pick his pockets and you never know it. They give them someone to look down on, they'll empty their pockets for you. And this was a white Southerner from Texas who said this, who was president of the United States. Not me. You can look it up. Look it up. It was President Lyndon Johnson said that. As he said, black people have suffered in this. He signed the Civil Rights Bill, voting right there. He signed a lot of bills on behalf of black people because he said that black people suffered a lot in this nation. He said his family and himself helped add it to that suffering. He's going to do all that he can to help alleviate some of it. So it's proving true. Need someone to look down on and feel good about yourself. That's why you see on social media, they troll your pages, got all type of mean things to say. Why we don't troll their pages? Because we don't care about them and what they're doing. They need someone to look down on, make them feel good about themselves. So, since you have a problem with us, don't like us, why you want us out there in your field? Pick your own fruit or let it rot. Like I said, lose your house, lose your farm, you lose your dog, lose all of it. Because of what you did to black farmers, I wouldn't care what you lose. Time out. But keep forgiving folks who keep doing the same thing to us. You don't ask somebody to forgive you, they forgive you, you turn around and do the same thing. You've been doing the same thing over and over again. Now I'm talking about you Latinos, you Asians, all of it. You Ukrainians. I don't care about you either. You Ukrainians, refugees, whatever you all are. I remember when the war broke out and they were dropping bombs and everyone trying to get up out of there. You made the Africans stay there until you got all your people out who wanted to leave. But no, I haven't forgotten that. Yeah. And Israel. I know about how you treat the black Hebrew Israelites over there. I remember Ariel Sharon, when he was the prime minister of Israel, when the PLO was blowing up people with suicide vests and all, he said that the black Hebrew Israelites were minding their own business. And he said the black Hebrew Israelites were worse than the PLO. Looking at a black face was worse than someone bombing you. And you treat them like dogs over there. We know about that. You can call me anti-Semitic all you want to. You talk about people and think folks can't talk about you. I say whatever I want to about you. You say whatever you want to about us. You're anti-black too. Look at what you did. Louis Farrakhan said something about you. I'm gonna say this again. I know I said it last night, but I have to keep saying it. Some people don't seem to get it. Louis Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson or any black person say something about you, they lose everything. Gotta get down on their knees in bed. Whoopi Goldberg simply said that Hitler didn't kill Jews because they were white. He did it because they were Jews. And that's a fact. She had to apologize to keep her job. What was that to apologize for? That's a fact. Yet when white people criticize you, you have nothing to say. I use Mel Gibson for an example. You know how they used to take Jews and put them in the ovens at Auschwitz and gas them? Mel Gibson was known for going around Hollywood. When he talked to Jews, say, "Are you a oven dodger?" He said he made the movie Passion of the Christ to show how Jews killed Jesus. There was he got stopped for a DUI. He found out the cop was Jewish. They had him on body cam. "Oh, you're an effing Jew." You know, Jews are responsible for all the wars, all the modern wars. And just cursed the cop out because he was a Jew. You know what the Jewish Defense League said? Jewish Defense League said, "Oh, we know Mel didn't mean it." You can be anti-Semitic as long as you're white. And everybody who says talk about, now see, that's what you call anti-Semitic. Someone criticizing something you do, that's not anti-Semitic. They criticizing what you did, just like they criticize everyone else. When they opened the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem a few years ago, Reverend Jim Jeffries, who always says all Jews are going to hell, he gave the opening prayer at the Jewish embassy. Was he anti-Semitic? Was that anti-Semitism? What he said? When there was a rabbi priest who said all Africans are animals, he gave the closing prayer. So don't come on here, you Jews and Israelis. Don't come on here trying to like you gonna lash someone else for saying something. You need to shut up yourself. If you want everyone else to shut up. Now I'm not beholden to anyone. You can call me anti-Semitic because I'm criticizing what you say and what you do. You can call me whatever you want to. I criticize Israel. I criticize Jews just like I will anyone else. Just like you criticize people. You criticize blacks. Are you anti-black? We cannot let people keep messing over us and get away with it. You see Dave Chappelle. They tried to make him get down on his knees and apologize. He didn't, and they left him alone. That's the problem. We cave too easy. We cave too quick. Quit caving for these people. That's why I don't try to be beholden to anyone. Oh, I could be doing a lot of things with and for a lot of people, but I'm not getting off into that stuff because you're not gonna have me on a trick bag. And I have to just about get on my knees. Can't say this, can't say that. I got to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness because of what I'm gonna lose. I drink soda and eat crackers if I get on my knees and beg you for forgiveness. That's right. So you go do that with someone else. Go find you someone else. Go find you one of these little stepping pictures who go for that sort of stuff because I don't. And the rest of us need to stop that. We need to stand up and be men and women, strong black people. You say, why do I say black people? Because I'm black. Someone else want to talk for their people, talk for them. I'm talking for my people because no one else will. You know what they're doing? All over the world, they speak against us. The people of color more than the Europeans or the Caucasians. The black people in India suffers. Go to Africa and what? We're afraid they may mistreat us over there. We come over there with more training and start getting the better jobs. Oh, these people coming over there getting all the jobs. What we gonna do? Swim across the ocean? Join our ancestors in the bottom of the ocean? We're on our own and we're all we got. That's why I say, that's why we telling black men and black women we need to stop separating from each other. We're not gonna make it separately. Because when they come after us, they're not gonna come after us according to gender. They're coming after us as a people. And that's the way we're gonna have to respond as a people and not let no, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not letting no one with a mask and a van, no white men in masks and vans pulling me in no van. I can know they're ICE. And it's gonna be pop city out there in front of that van. They don't have no because there's no immigrants in East St. Louis, Cahokia Heights, all around. They have no business coming up in there trying to and with masks on. They know, and I tell you, it'd be their fault. They know the history of white men coming around black people with masks. And I'm going to be honest with you. I doubt if our police go along with that mess. The East St. Louis Cahokia Heights police, I strongly doubt if they will go along with it because they know no immigrants are up in here. And if they come after our police in East St. Louis, Cahokia Heights, Washington Park, we need to stand with them. And if our police stand with us, we need to stand with them too. And do whatever it takes to protect them. I got faith in them. I believe they'll stand with us on this. Because they have no, because it's actually illegal for ICE. Or these fire lights. See, I cuts all the lights off and then just have the studio lights off. And these little nets are coming around. Um, it's actually illegal for ICE to bother U.S. citizens. But as we know now, it's no telling because what's the law? And the law is now whatever Donald Trump says it is. The courts, he's not listening to the courts. They're trying to rewrite the Constitution. We don't really have a Constitution. Because see, if the courts They really made a mess because we don't have a system designed to stop a rogue president. When the Constitution, according to the Constitution, the president, they really don't have laws. They have ethics and tradition. It was meant to be held by rich white landowners, men of morals and ethics. I don't know how much morals and ethics they could have back then on slaves, but that's what it says. And now that they got a rogue president, we don't have a system in place to do anything about it. So what good is the courts? If the courts rule and he don't abide by their ruling, what can they do? They can't go and arrest him. The impeachment process can take his term will be up by the time the impeachment process goes through. Then you have to, because you impeach him because he's been impeached twice already. But they didn't. But then the Senate would have to impeach to throw him out of office. Since he's not obeying the law, Congress needs to make some new laws and have it enforced to have him to throw him in jail. It's bad when you're abiding by the law and the other person is not. It puts you at a great disadvantage because the Democrats is not really good for this fight. They're boasting about how long they can speak filibuster on the Senate floor. And the Republicans is mopping that floor with them. Who cares if you could stand on the floor for 8 hours or 24 hours and you're not getting anything done? You need to think of a new strategy. And more than just to be able to say big. I know Jasmine Crockett. I like that she stands up. We need that too. But we need somebody who's gonna come up with some. We need some out of the box thinkers. Hakeem Jeffrey, he talks too nice. They say he's good behind the closed doors, but see, the people are hurting. They want to see someone who's going to stand up and box with these Republicans and punch them in the nose. That's what they want to see. You may be doing a good job behind closed doors, but they need someone who they see stand up out in the open also. So they can know something because they can't see what's going on behind closed doors. And right now, Jasmine Crockett, she's a voice. But we need more than her. And we need more. We need to stand up and grow a prayer. Because they may, getting back to what I was speaking on before, so they coming after black people. If they try something else, we'll be ready for it. We've always withstood the test. Like I said, we built for this. They don't really know what to do with us. Right now, we're in a calm place right now. No one's bothering us. We're minding our own business. And but we do need to start planning some strategies such as sitting around waiting to see what happens next. African comes, oh, the blacks could come back over here. Many of the African nations are saying that. But seeing how you treated us when you come over here, I don't know about that. I was thinking about it. I don't know about that. Because you don't seem to treat us very well when you come over here. None of the people of color do. And I know how you treat black people that's in your nation. Getting back to what I said about Israel, the true Jews, true Hebrews, weren't no white folks. See, people forget about the scriptures that says that one day there will be imposters in the land who say they are Jews, but they're not. But they're imposters and they're the synagogue of Satan. Are those people over there right now acting like the children of God, the God's chosen people? Oh, And ghetto, why do they call our neighborhood ghetto? Do you know the meaning of the word ghetto? The definition of it? A Jewish or Hebrew neighborhood. I mean, so if you all want to keep on playing with them folks, you can. They're bombing Iran, who never bothered them. If Iran didn't have a nuclear bomb, they need to get one for deterrence. Because if Iran had one, Israel wouldn't have attacked them. Obama reached a nuclear deal with Iran, and Trump came in and threw it out, which is a stupid thing to do. You don't come in and throw it out. You come and renegotiate if you didn't agree with it, not just throw it out. And I'm gonna tell you how Iran got like it is now. Iran used to be a democracy. You know, the United States run around the world fighting wars for democracy, ramming democracy down people's throats. Remember when they took Iran's hostage crisis? You know why they took those hostages? Iran had a democratically elected president. He decided that he was no longer let the United States just come in and get their oil. So he nationalized the oil. The United States came in, arrested him, put him in jail where he spent the rest of his life in jail, installed the Shah of Iran as a dictator. And the people ran the Shah of Iran out. And that's how they got what they have now. That's when they took to the American hostages. Remember the Iran hostage crisis. The Shah had bought $150 worth of military equipment from the United States, but he was ran out, and Iran wanted their money back. And the United States said, "We'll give you your money back whenever you sign a nuclear treaty about nuclear weapons." That's why, when they reached a deal with Obama, they signed a nuclear deal, which they were abiding by. Remember when Obama sent the $150 billion in cash to Iran and they criticized him for it? That was the $150 billion that Iran, that was the 150, let me get my thoughts together. That was the $150 billion that the United States owed Iran. But because they didn't have relations in the central bank to send it to, they had to give it to them in cash. And what made them think he just gave him $150 billion just for nothing? They knew it. They just wanted to trash Obama. But but Iran need nuclear weapons now because you notice all the nations keep saying they don't want certain people to have nuclear weapons because they'll be irresponsible with it. They're the ones who are going around bombing people. I'm sure the people at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which the United States didn't have nuclear weapons, because they may be irresponsible with it because Japan was already beaten in World War II when they dropped the nuclear bombs. They just dropped it to see what it would do. And they said President Truman said, "God, I'm glad we didn't drop this on white people." They killed all those people just to see what those bombs would do because the war was over anyway. Why come they didn't drop it on Germany? We know why. Complexion. And we got if you notice, every non-Caucasian nation shouldn't have nuclear weapons. Caucasian nations can have all they want to. And we're supposed to be the inferior people. We don't do things like think of ways to kill mass number of people, build weapons to destroy the world. We weren't the ones who thought of that. bite you in the land, and then you end up taking it over. But how the Africans let them do that, I don't know. It's come in and take all your stuff. And just now beginning to kick them out. The guy in Burkina Faso, Abraham Traore, he's leading the charge. Ran the French out, keeping their own gold. And you know what? I'm building them an electric car, starting production of it with their own engineers. They had all this in place. It's just that they were letting the French run them. They need Haiti. You know why Haiti? It's the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Haiti was a nation that could never be defeated. The French tried to defeat them, no one could. And because Haiti wouldn't let the French come in and rob them of their resources, the United States and France put them out of the world market, sanctions on them where they couldn't participate in the world market, made them pay back France for what they didn't allow France to steal from them, and it took them 100 years to pay it back. That's why Haiti's so poor. I got to pay you for what I didn't let you steal. And see, China and Russia, they talk this big talk. They're afraid of the United States. They let the United States do this stuff. The United States has sanctioned on Russia that's crippling its economy, and they stand for it. You just, if you get big and bad as you say you are, you need to tell the United States these sanctions are against our national security. Lift them or get ready for war. And they may do like Trump and fold. Because he folds on everything. I see, but back to the subject of those farmers. I don't feel sorry for them. They voted for this man. The Latinos voted for him. Many of them who's been being deported voted for him. And now they're crying. I didn't vote for this. I know every MAGA voter, when they say why they voted for Trump, they voted to hurt someone else. I thought he was going to do it to this person and that person. I didn't know he was going to do it to me. Every last one of them I've heard, because I don't even talk. I see them on different places. I don't even talk. I don't even waste my time talking to MAGA voters. It's a waste of time because they're like in like a cult. Because tomorrow they love Trump, love him. I voted for Obama twice. I didn't love Obama. I voted for Hillary. I didn't love Hillary. I voted for Biden. I didn't love him. I voted for Kamala Harris. I don't love her. They're making it about the man. That's how you start with a cult. And there's one man he's Iranian. He voted for Trump. They took his wife, and he said he'd still vote for Trump because we may not have another presidential election. He may declare martial law or rewrite the Constitution, but he stays in. They're letting him do everything else. The Supreme Court seems to be working with him. They're not stopping him. The legislative branch, so they're going along with him. The Republicans and the midterms, we can't count on that because the Republicans are already looking past the midterms. Got their strategy plotted already. Something needs to be done before the midterm. They need to get him out of office. Congress just rewrite a new constitution because the old one's out anyway. You got to think out of the box because what's in the box is not working. The Democrats are still playing on the checkerboard, and the Republicans are playing digital chess. The Democrats not built for this. I just don't see it. See, but what the Democrats mostly doing, they keep telling you what they're doing, what the Republicans are doing, what Trump's doing, talking a lot of rhetoric. We know what they're doing. They spent the last few days telling you about that big ugly bill. We know about the bill. We don't need to keep telling you to keep telling us about it. We want you to stop it. Since you did, you should have been try to get some of those Republicans to come across the aisle. You may be doing it, but I haven't seen it. You should have been working on that. And now that it's passed, you should be working on a way to try to get around it and to stop it. Instead of just keep trying to go through it with us. We know about it. We can read it for ourselves. Go online, read it for ourselves. We know what's in it. Do something about it. Y'all just not built for it. I just don't see it. I don't see a way out. And you know what? When you go to church on Sunday, I don't hear the ministers praying anything about it. Not once have I heard it. I thought it's just gonna go away. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it will just go away. But I doubt if that happens. Right now black people are in a pretty good position. We're going to work, doing what we need to do. Taking care of our families, doing the things we need to do. Right now no one's bothering us. But we gotta get ready for if they try. Or we just can't sit around and take it. I'm not. And I hope you don't. We have to think of a strategy for our people. Because they're strategizing. They send some areas, some people try to ramp up with hooves and Klan literature, but they got ran out of there. And the police was there, like they're protecting them, saying, is it constitutional right? Okay, if they know that hooded white men, KKK and neo-Nazi and all of them are black, a terrorist group for black people. Would they allow those people to go in a Jewish neighborhood? No, they wouldn't. That's why they don't go there. Okay, if that's your constitutional right, why come if I walk through a white neighborhood just on my way to work, the police would stop me, saying ask me what I'm doing there, say I have no business there, help them get away from there. They would stop a black man just walking through a white neighborhood because he don't belong there. Where's his constitutional rights? But yet people with assault rifles and hate literature and hoods have a constitutional right to come in black neighborhoods, hoods, but those black people ran them out. They ran them out. They made them leave. And if they keep that up, we may have to put a little hurting on them. Right now, we don't want to get out and do any protesting because they're waiting on us. They don't know what to do with us right now. We mind our own business. But you all out there protesting. You're doing a good job. You know, go ahead, keep doing your thing. We'll watch you from the sidelines. I'll come and record you. I recorded one that day in St. Louis when they had 10,000 people out there, and none of the Channel 4 2, none of them was out there. I was the only one out there. The people was coming to me, telling me, "You look like CNN." 'Cause I had the only professional equipment out there, and there wasn't that many black people out there, which pleased me. You all created this mess, fix it. Yeah, you created it, fix it. You're Latinos, you helped create this mess, find a way to fix it. You're deporting us. He told you he was going to do that. I didn't know he was going to deport. No, the Cubans thought it would be the Haitians, the Mexicans, there would be other Hispanics. They all see the Hispanics are very divided because like the Puerto Ricans and the Puerto Ricans are citizens. They even voted in the presidential election. That's why they're not bothering them. But because Puerto Rico is the Commonwealth, a territory of the United States, they even have a governor. But if you call a Mexican a Puerto Rican, you better get ready for a fight, and vice versa. They're very divided. See, by us being brought here not knowing our nationality or ethnicity, we go by race. They don't. They go by their nationality or ethnicity. That's why black people used to say, why come people don't like Jews? They white too. Because black people didn't understand. We went by race. I said it before when I was younger. I realized, we go by race and they go by ethnicity. Remember when Joe Biden in the election, he said the Latinos have more diversity than black people. It's not that they have more diversity; they have ethnicities and nationalities. We don't. We're like just a 50 million people nation within a nation. That's why they have different names for us. Negro, colored, now black, now African American. That's why they had to go through the names because they didn't have a nationality ethnicity to call us by. We don't know it, neither do they. But out of the Latinos thought he was going to deport other Latinos. It was the Cubans who first put it out that the Haitians was eating dogs and cats. That's where that's where the orange man picked it up from the Cubans. They thought they were white. But if you go to Cuba, most of Cuba's black. The only ones you see up here is the white ones. But you won't see that many of them left because they throwing them out too. Everyone's being thrown out except for European immigrants. Oh, the South African hillbillies that came over, the one they said was being it was genocide against them. It's awful strange that genocide stopped with just that 59 that came over. They brought them over to they plan on them taking on some of them people's farm. J.D. Vance is in the farm business. So MAGA, how you like that? The boys are flipping on you, getting your farms taken. Well, they signed what they did, the government under Trump, they signed an agreement with the farmers to help them and then told them they're not going to help them. A contract. So, well, we changed our mind. But the black farmers didn't care because they weren't a part of it. They're doing fine. I hope they can buy up some of their land. Buy the other farmers out. I wish the black farmers could do that because they did everything they could against the black farmers. And they're thriving. And you're suffering. Yeah, you're suffering. See, people don't understand how it feels, but they're seeing a little bit of what has happened to us over about 500 years. The way we were treated, the way things was done to us. You catching a little bit of it, and you don't know how to deal with it. Tell the black people come help us. We big and bad now. And the other time you're laughing at us, talking about us, making it seem like we're nothing. But in time of trouble, here you come, calling on us, but we're not answering. Our sheer absence is our answer. And I hope it stay that way. Over the years, Hispanics have warred against blacks. And you know what? I can tell you why they have. Remember they said they want to stop the browning of the United States after Obama was elected? See, Hispanics, Latinos, they used to all vote Republican. Wouldn't vote for a black candidate. But they fooled you this time. They voted for Obama. They put him in office, and ever since, they've had an X on their backs, a bullseye on their backs. Because they helped elect a black man. It shouldn't have happened. And then he got reelected also. You got so angry until you picked the worst man you could find to come behind Obama. And if that wasn't enough, you waited 4 years and put him back in. Now you're crying again. I don't care about your tears. You make that bed, you have to lie in it. Now I hope, I know myself, but I also hope other black people don't give you one hand unless it's to clap. I'll clap for you. I'm not moving the muscle for you. And if others want to, that's their business. I can't tell other people what to do. But I'm not doing anything for these folks. Because even when they have their rallies, listen to them when they get on mic. We're out here for the marginalized communities, women, people of color, immigrants, the homosexuals. I'm sorry, they LGBT stuff. They homosexual. I don't say gay. They homosexuals. The homosexual. They mention everyone except for black people. They got you around here worried about trans people, the MAGA folks. That's just a distraction. How many trans people you know? I don't even know now. Most people don't. But they know the MAGA folks eats that up. Because I don't talk about them because someone else's sexual preference is no more equal to my race. You got to deal with you on your own with that. I don't even want to talk about you. I don't even want to talk about you. Don't do what you want to do. Just leave me out of it. And I'm unapologetic about it. Yeah, it don't equals my race. Let's not even put two in the same category. But I'm not gonna hold you too long tonight. I just wanted to come on because I want to trying to be. So I done this a while back. I had a larger audience, back during the pandemic, and I stopped. I gotta bring my audience back up. I'm on YouTube also. I do it simultaneously. And yeah, I do it simultaneously. But like I say, we're gonna have to look out for each other. Make sure don't nobody come up in our neighborhood, okay? Get you get you get yourself legal if you can. I'm not the reason I say that, I always say that. They may try to cut that out. Stop you from being able to get concealed carry. Try to get it if you can. If you can't, you rather be tried by 12 and carried by 6. If they try to throw me in an unmarked van, they're gonna be carried by 6. I can know it's ICE. They don't have no business coming in our neighborhoods trying to take our people, especially white men in hoods. You need to show them a reason not to come back. Yeah, I heard you a little long tonight. I didn't mean to be on here this long. I just like coming on and saying a few things because we're in a perilous time right now. A lot of people telling, I heard them say, we don't have time for putting boots on the ground and flapping fans. I do. Yes, we do. Because you have some situations on hand don't mean you stop living. Now you can have your party, have your fun, and take care of business. I'm sure we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We don't need to stop living. We've gotten through tougher things than this before, and we'll get through even tougher. Get through this. And I think we're gonna come out of this okay. I really do, because you can just see how it's going. We've been built for a lot that other people just not built for. Like I said, they're gonna come to us crying because they've been on them for 5 months and they've been on us for 500 years. With Latinos being their sidekick against us, Latinos were quick to call you the N word out in California. Now y'all the new N words. How does it feel? You poor, you poor white MAGA folks, y'all the new N words too. How does it feel? You see what police doing to them, to white people and Latinos, but they've always done to black people. Nothing new for us. You didn't shot us with your best shot, and we still here. What else can you do? So attacking us physically, we're not going to take that. Look at what they've been doing. How long they've been, excuse me, how long they've been threatening a race war? These folks not crazy. They've been threatening a race war for a long time. But those groups who threaten race war, when they go kill someone and say they want to start a race war, who do they kill? Other white folks. That one Dylan Roof, he killed some black people in the church. That was one time. They know that better not happen too often. They they don't want us to go on the warpath. They don't know what's gonna happen. The black people always say they got all the guns, what they'll do. Look, other people have fought a greater power. We're not looking to fight anyone. All our fighting has been defensive. But we cannot let anyone come and hurt us physically. Or our people, especially our families. We gotta be ready to take our business if necessary. I'm tired of seeing people just keep on giving us rights, taking them back, keeping us going through different reconstructions. That's what's going on now. This is about the 34th reconstruction we're going through. Excuse me. I got a pretty good feeling about this one. And it's because of facts that I see. I've been talking too long. I want to start having my guests. I can even do guests by remote. My guests don't have to be here in the studio with me. But I think my talk those getting long. I've been talking too long. But look, and when I say we, I think we're gonna come out of this okay. I'm looking at the facts, the way the way things are going. Usually in the reconstruction, we're the ones get hurt. All of our rights are taken away. And you know what? All of our rights have been taken away. Voting Rights Bill, the Bill of Rights, they've been taken away, and it's not. We haven't missed a beat. Hasn't changed a thing. Hasn't changed one thing because white people are now reacting how Trump thought they would react. MAGA's hurting, which don't matter to me. Matter of fact, I want them to hurt. I want MAGA to hurt. You let them hurt. Let them lose everything. Like I said, I don't care about you MAGA folks losing anything. You can lose your house, your farm, your land, your crops, your dog, all of it. I wouldn't care. You asked for this. Your Latinos, I really don't care where they send you. I know people may not like me saying this. You asked for it too. You voted for him. Thought he was going to hurt other people, but he's hurting you. I don't care if you go to El Salvador, they ship you to Sudan, they can send you to Gator City that they made, Gator Alcatraz. I really don't care. Because you asked for this, and you know what they said the other day? That they thought the Latinos and even the Africans, they thought that black people were immigrants and that they were the thugs and the gangsters. That they thought that black people was the thugs and gangsters who were immigrants that they were talking about and thought we were going to be deported. And now you're asking us for help? You asking us for help? You just better get ready for that dodge them alligators. Cause we all out of being we helped out. We done with helping. We have to start helping ourselves and our people. We don't have the capacity to help you anymore. Well, I never did. I never was going to. No, I never helped you. I know others did, and they're tired. We've been the moral conscience of this nation. If it wasn't for us, no one would be celebrated except for white people. So, right now we just want to try to do what we need to do. We need to think what we need to start strategizing, start thinking, get ready for the next phase, which I think, from what I'm seeing, maybe not be bad for us. I don't think it's going to be bad for us, but we still have to revisit it. Still, we still have to plot a strategy on what we're going to do because they're plotting. They look have a 20-year period. They look 20 years down the road of where they plan on going, and we haven't thought past dinner. That's what we need to do. Put our well learned people together, our people who know what they're doing, not just pull in any old real family. Because see, we don't want to unite with everybody. All of us don't need to be united with one another. We need different people for different reasons. So I'm not gonna hold you long tonight. I'm try to have a guest next time I come up. I said I could do them on Zoom through this, and I could have them on split screen or whole screen. Matter of fact, I can have up to 8 guests on here at one time from their own phones while they're sitting at home or whatever. Have to have it steady though. Okay, you all know who I am, Larry Duncan-Allen. I'm not putting my PayPal cash out because I want to, which I build this show back up again to where it used to be. So, you all, I mean, my brother, Pastor Roger Allen, over at New Mount Zion Primitive Baptist Church in Cahokia Heights, Illinois. Stop by there, and it's at 43rd and Converse. Stop by for service. And also, you have New Shining Light, Holiness Deliverance Non-Denominational Church, where Bishop John H. Williams is the pastor. You can go by there on Sunday. We have a lot of people, in the community doing business. I have a nephew with the car cleaning service, Expert Clean. We'll stop by and, I'm going to try to have his banner up with his number on it so that, need your car clean. I had a car, I had a BMW truck, and he had cleaned it up. People asking me, would you got another car? And don't think you're going to lowball him. You got to pay his price because if you see what you get, you're probably going to even want to give him a big tip. So let's support each other in business. And I got some Africans across the street. That Super OG Rainbow, they bought that. Support them. We still got some businesses, black businesses around town, and we have some black businesses in Belleville and Beverly Heights. Support them. Mr. Lee's Tire right there going up the hill to Beverly Heights. These people are not paying me. I'm just telling the people about the black businesses that we have. We need to support each other. Stick with each other. And if anyone else have a business, text it to me. We're gonna have to start supporting each other because some tell me we're gonna be all we each other gonna have. I know some of you women got beauty salons. Some of you do nails. Even if you're not an established business, you just do it on the side. So send it in to me. And let's get each other going. I have a niece who does candles for all occasions. I'm out to Ronnie D. Rattler on Facebook. On my nephew that does the cards, look up IG Made. Is it? It's IG Made on Facebook. You can get a hold of them there. IG Made or IG Detail King. I believe that's it. When you start typing, it'll type in the rest for you. You see his banner and and you can contact him on Facebook, with a messenger if you want your car cleaned. And I mean, it lasts for weeks. I know I kept mine outside. It lasted over a month. All I had to do was go, take my little thing, and you got to dust it off, and you got to do something. It's gonna get dust. You dust it off, it look like you just did it. So let's support each other. Because most of these businesses, even you can get to them on Facebook. Support me and CS Champions TV. I didn't put up my cash app on my PayPal because I wanted it to but I do want you to like and subscribe. Subscribe to my subscribe to my YouTube channel and like on my right. I'm on my personal channel on Facebook tonight, but normally I broadcast on ESL 89 Blocks Media or CF Champions TV on Facebook. And I broadcast on CF Champions Media on YouTube. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and and like and share this. Hit the like button, because it helps with the algorithm. It leads more people to it. So when you push the like button, that helps lead more people to it. Or share this if you want to. I would like for you to see my PayPal. I don't have it up. I could put it up. There go right there. And then my Cash App and PayPal. I haven't been putting them up lately because I'm going to try to build my audience back up. That's why I've been doing it on different pages. I do I, I do it again. It's probably going to be on the City of Champions television page. On the Roku channel I have coming soon. We got we got to set that up. A liking, if you just hitting the like button, that would help. Share it, subscribe. It's not taking anything from me. I'm not like a lot of them trying to sell. I'm not selling memberships. I'm not selling it. And soon I have guests and I can tell. See, when I'm here by myself, I jump from topic to topic because it's just so much you can say about one thing. But when I have guests, I talk, they talk, and it's just a flow. But like right now, I'm doing all the talking, so I have to talk about different things. How long was going to talk about the farmers or the Latinos? Just so long I can talk about that subject. So then I just switch, change to another subject. Many things with my telecast, I know I repeat from the other podcast, but we got to keep this stuff fresh in mind because right now we chilling, but that don't mean it's going to always be that way. So I'm not going to hold you long tonight. I'm going to get out of here. Call it night. I'm beginning to get a little sleepy anyway. Yeah, getting a little sleepy. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And hopefully next time I have a guest on with me, like I said, I can do my Zoom. They don't have to necessarily be in here with me. So I may start doing it that way when no one comes in. See, I usually get a lot of guests. I previously did this show because I was talking a lot about politics and a little nice subject. A lot of people are afraid to come on with me because of the subjects I speak on. I guess they think Daddy Trump gonna come after them too. So, I bring some guests in when I can. So that's why I just sat at my desk. I don't normally do it from my desk, but I've been doing it lately because I have different areas around here. Podcast settings, a main one over here. You can't see it, but next time I come on, I'm gonna point the camera over those different venues I have. That's where my main setting where we had a large, multiple people because they had multiple mics and we had multiple cameras. Then over here, where sometimes you see me doing it solo, over here by the window and the couch, that's a nice area. I have room by a fireplace. It's too warm for that, where I can sit down by the fireplace and talk. So, I have a lot of things planned. Hopefully they'll work out well. I know they will. I'm gonna see to it that it will. But things will work out and will. So getting more things, to operate down the line, with more. I'm getting sleepy. I'm ready to get out for it. I plan to have more guests come on and then we'll address issues because and you can you have a better flow. When you have a guest. You can stick to one subject. You don't have to have several subjects. So I'm gonna get out of here. So stay tuned with me next time when I come on. And be sure to tune in again to No More Water Fire next time. We put enough water on this. It's not working. So now we gotta put fire to it and burn it up. Okay? You know what I mean by burning up? I'm not gonna talk about set fires now. So don't somebody say people go around and set fires. When I say burn it up, I'm talking about, we gotta get a little more tougher than we've been. We gotta learn how to fight fire with fire. So that's gonna do it for me tonight. So I'll see you next time. If something comes up tomorrow, I'll do one tomorrow, or probably about Wednesday unless some new news come up. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you tune in again next time. Hopefully I have a guest on it with me. I can zoom them in at real time. So thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna get out of here. So no more water fire next time. My name is Larry Duncan-Allen. And I'll see you next time.